All right, friends, we doing another video on the guess who, Jason Blaha. The major reason I am cutting to be healthy. Yes, okay. I can't wait to hear what he has to say.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would sit down and do another video for you guys. Let me get a sip of my water first.
Oh, he did he?
I guess I need to clarify to people this is calorie-free, sugar-free flavoring. It's not Kool-Aid.
Man, yeah. He's so upset because I keep calling it out as being Kool-Aid. So now he puts it in the video because he knows I'm going to make a video about him. Bullshit, man. That stuff's Kool-Aid, Blaha.
Let's talk a little bit about cutting. I've had a lot of people, who've questioned why I'm cutting, and there's some blowback, and what I'm finding largely the community has been very supportive, and I think most people get it. I've had enormous amounts of very positive comments by many people who are like,
yes, I'll give you some positive compliments, okay? At least you're trying, but you're an endurance athlete, but you're trying. You're making it one step at a time, one brick, one marble at a time, building that castle, that wealth, $1 at a time.
wow, and I've had people come in who haven't been here for years, and they've been like, wow, you made big changes. I've had other people come through and go, man, I used to be a hater, and these are well-established little...
Don't tell me. And all of a sudden, they became a lover of Jason Blaha.
channels, and they're like, I used to be a hater, but you're actually starting to look pretty good, Blaha. And I think that's really the point.
I would say that's one big step for mankind, one giant leap for all mankind.
That's an important part of all of this, is that if, and I want to discuss the health end too, but if I want my message and my ideas and what I do to get out there further, I simply have to look the part more. It's not enough to be strong. It's not enough to have big numbers.
This is coming from the guy who said he hates bodybuilding, aesthetics, all that kind of stuff. I'm a power lifter and all that and whatever. And now he loves bodybuilding. He said that it's gay for pay and all this kind of stuff. And now he loves bodybuilding. What's going on, Blaha? What's up?
It's not enough to do these things because we do live in a superficial world. We do live in a world where appearances matter.
No, you just figured that out now. We live in a superficial world where looks do matter. Man, this guy just waking up, man. What's in that drink again? Kool-Aid. Fake what? Fake sweeteners? Bro, you need to wake up, man. You've been living like I don't know where the hell you've been, in the garage. You need to get out of the garage and get out in the real world more often. Yeah, man.
And people say, well, you can't judge a book by its cover, but we all do, don't we? We do. It's human nature, and you can't turn that part of human nature off. This is understood.
I don't know anything about books, man, but they're definitely judging you, bro.
So from a marketing perspective and outreach perspective, yes, I do need to get leaner. I need to get a lot leaner. I am going to have to get pretty ripped. Not contest bodybuilder. And I think that's where people are misunderstanding even things I've said in the past. Like, I've tried to tell people, like, 10.
You know what's funny? He's putting in all this work like a gym slave, going into the gym to try to like get this body or something. Meanwhile, I just went straight back on my carnivore diet and my body transformed completely. I put my pictures up. You saw my side profile with my arm and everything, the way I looked. I put the picture up right away when that was already in the summertime. Man, we're already in December. We're in December. So that was at the close to end of summertime when it was over. I put that picture up. And like I said, we're in December already, man. I'm on carnivore diet, bro. Now, I've been doing some cheats here and there, but very tiny, very minute, maybe chocolate or something. But not a lot of real cheating, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, man, carnivore diet, it just transforms your body. You don't have to be lifting like a gym slave all the time to try to transform your body. Now, I could take it a step ahead because I'm an older person. Definitely the belly fat part is usually the hardest on an older person if you've been accumulating it for years and you haven't been doing abs or whatever. So definitely, but carnivore diet, it gets rid of all this stuff really fast, man. You just look amazing on carnivore diet.
11% body fat is not unhealthy, okay? And that's where we need to be clear. When I've talked about people being so lean that it's unhealthy. We're talking about contest lean. We're talking about 5%, 6%, maybe 7% body fat. Yeah, that's unhealthy, and we know that's unhealthy, okay? But that's not what we're talking about. But I also think people don't realize how lean 10% is. There's a lot of guys out there who think they're 10% because some digital scale or some calipers show them at 10 or 11%, but they're 14 or 15, okay? And again, we do need to understand that difference. And I'm not promoting that anyone get to unhealthy body fats, but by that same token, body fat is not a good thing, particularly if your total weight is up, because I carry a lot of muscle, because I've built a large amount of muscle over the years. If I want to be at a healthy body weight.
Oh, he built a lot of muscle over the years. He carries a lot of muscle. What muscle does he carry? He's never weighed himself on the scale to show us how much he really weighs. And I doubt he weighs somewhere probably at around 165 pounds, maybe like Alpha Destiny, because how tall is Jason Blaha? 5'6"? He's like Greg Doucette. He's like Alpha Destiny. These Manlet people. Jeff Nippert. He's part of the Manlet family.
And let's talk about health and setting good examples here, because I think that's a big part of the big problem in the community out there is the lack of figures promoting action.
That's what I was trying to do on my channel. I was trying to promote health. I was experimenting with food, and then I passed it on to the people, and you struck my channel. You destroyed it, bro. Get it? You could see everything that I was trying to do. I was experimenting with everything and showing people at the same time what I was getting there. You destroyed that. So there's nothing for me left to do other than make fake, how should I put it, lifting slave videos. Get it? Yeah, man.
Actually trying to be healthy, okay? People have really sacrificed their health to such a massive extent, and I see it all over social media. I mean, how many people have
I don't, diet's pretty, I would say it's pretty difficult diet when it comes to dieting, try to figure out, because we've all been enslaved. We've all been enslaved. We've been born into slavery. We weren't born in nature. We were born in this zoo called the city.
major health problems. I mean, how many of them are diabetics? How many of them need CPAPs? All these lifters out here, we're not setting a good example with that. And even when I was up at 240, I had people say, well, I felt you looked better at 240. Yeah, you had some extra fat, but you had a big squat and all this other stuff. But it's like, do you think that's healthy? I mean, does anyone really think that a 5'9" man in his 40s, that it's healthy to be 240? Okay? And by 5'9", we mean 6 foot on the internet, right? Internet stats, that's 6 foot. That's not healthy at all. And it really isn't.
It takes ages.
You know, and it's not the weight we should be at. I didn't feel healthy when I was at that weight. And I was noticing sleep apnea type problems.
That's because you're vegan. You're a vegan slave and you keep eating vegan diet. That's why you're unhealthy. What made you healthy was at least you started eating some animal products.
I was struggling to breathe.
And you're an endurance athlete now, lifting.
That's not a good situation to be in. And that's not what we should be promoting. So, you know, we have all this as appearance matters, but by that same token, why do we need to be so resistant to that? This is something that people say, well, you're flip-flopping. And yeah, I have actually flip-flopped on this. Because I don't like that, because it's an accusation of, no, we evolve over time with certain things, or we go with evidence. It's not flip-flopping, that's following the evidence.
We evolve over time. We didn't evolve, man. We just simply fell into the trap that we like to eat stuff that's tasty, and we like sugar and drugs. We like to be drugged. Eventually, what happens was, yeah, we definitely cook for taste and everything, but they discovered how they could drug us, addict us to these things. They want to addict you to everything. Your cell phone, that's why I say slave. They've addicted you to fitness, to lifting, to a cell phone, to watching TV, the news, just about everything you're doing out there. The way you eat, what you eat, you're addicted to everything. You're a slave to those foods and those things, those items, marketing. You're a slave to marketing, man, a marketing slave, yes.
And being logical and reasonable. In this case, yes, it is a flip-flop. It is in this particular case.
In your mind, you think you need all these things when in fact you don't need anything. You don't need anything other than to have kids and a nice woman and I don't know, have a nice life and have a good, I guess, a good diet, like a carnivore diet.
But I feel that it's warranted. I feel like the previous stance that I took with that, when I look at it, isn't that just a way of promoting bravado and trying to be, attempting to be hyper masculine for the sake of insecurity in our appearance? Look, guys, there's no need for any of us to do any of that. Okay?
But there is.
You don't have to be hyper masculine with something to prove all the time to be a man. You just
But you do.
don't. It's not necessary.
But it's necessary. It is.
And at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with a man saying, you know what, I do want to look good. You know what, I want women to
You do. Men do. Men do want to look good.
like, look, I want to look impressive. Now, I will be the
What
first
do you think women fall in love with? They fall in love with their looks. That's the first thing they fall in love with. Yeah.
to tell you that that's been a fake image sent out there that you're just going to draw all these women because you have a nice physique. That's not true. And you probably will get hit on by more dudes than girls when you have a nice physique. That's reality. Okay? That's reality. But it's kind of funny.
That's not true. When I had a big fucking strong physique, natural strong physique, man, women were just fucking, bro, they were just going nuts because they want to breathe with a strong, natural physique, not a fake cosmetic one. They'll know if it's fake cosmetic, trust me. Oh, yeah. They can smell you out.
You know what? I'm not even going to go there. I'm going to leave that alone. I'm just going to leave it. I'm not going to call anyone out. I'm not going to harass anybody. So I'll just leave this in. I'm going to not be a dick.
But you are a dick.
All right. But I don't think it's necessary for us to do that. But then we come to that other problem.
But it is necessary for us to do that. But it is.
How much of the strength world has gone the other direction that it's okay to just be fat? It's okay to be obese. It's okay to be at these high body weights.
The fat thing, that's a marketing ploy, man. You know, it's marketing, bro. Because, you know, that's just a thing. They're making money off of it.
And they're like, well, it doesn't matter. They can move all this weight. Yeah, but they're dying. They're dying. Just like these body
I don't really know if they're dying. Are they dying, man? They're a body type. What do you expect?
builders. We talk about bodybuilding being a death cult. They're all dropping like flies.
Bodybuilding's not a death cult. Are you talking about the fake bodybuilding? The people on stage doing those weird things, taking drugs and stuff? Any drug addict is a death cult. Anybody taking drugs is, you could consider a death cult, because it's a very potent thing. You know what I mean? But plants can kill you. Just eating plant foods with oxalates can kill you too. So there you go.
How many of the strength athletes?
Steroids are toxic. Plants are toxic. All drugs are made from plants. All plants are made from drugs. All drugs are made from plants. All plants are drugs, and they're toxic. And it's toxic. And anything they make medicines or whatever from it is toxic.
Yeah. How many of the strength athletes are really unhealthy because they are carrying so much body fat? What's the price for that? And what example is that setting? What example is that setting for the next generation? We live in a society with an obesity crisis and an obesity epidemic.
Do we?
So now the
Do we?
people who are lifting and exercising and working out are then going to glorify the same thing and promote it? Do we really think this is sending the right message? Do you think this is helping people? I don't think
I don't know. Is it, Blaha?
this is helping people. I don't think that's making the world a better place. Okay? If anything, those of us who are lifting and into fitness, we should be promoting a better lifestyle. Okay? We should be promoting people making an actual effort to be healthy. And instead,
Should we? Should we doing that? I've been doing that. I've been trying to do that. You've been interfering, though.
I feel like more and more of it's just glorified unhealthy lifestyles. It really has. And I'm trying to set a better example. That's what it comes down to. It is simply a case of me saying, as an imperfect human who has made a lot of mistakes in my life, I'm trying to set a better example.
I don't believe you. You're a pathological liar, man. Everybody knows that you're a pathological liar. All the shit that you've done. You've done some really kooky stuff, bro. I can understand, man. You make some mistakes, some stupid shit, whatever. But dude, you are a crazy, insane, pathological liar. You're just as bad as that vegan gains guy and all that. You're like all the rest of these people pumping out fake information. Why are you trying to create lifting slaves out of everybody and make them into gym slaves, man? I don't understand you.
And that example won't always be perfect because I'm a flawed human being just like all.
Like, is that all you have to hang on to? Is this gym lifting slave mentality that you have? Is that you? Is that you identify that? You identify as a lifting slave? Like, what's the matter with you, man? Are you crazy?
Of you. But we've got to make the effort. We have to make the effort. And I think
Yes, we have to make the effort. You got to make the effort. We don't have to do anything.
it's important for those of us with an outreach and a following to not do that. And I see way too
You know, it's funny listening to him. This coming out of Jason Blaha's mouth is incredible.
much of the opposite. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today.
Thank God that's all he had to say. Man, I thought that was never going to end. Sheesh, God. That was just like stressful. I'll see you in the next one. Tell you what you think about that. Like, subscribe, comment down below. It helps with the algorithm, my friends. I'll see you in the next one. This guy, it's a typical lifting slave. It's gym slave, whatever. He's a slave to everything. He's crazy. See you later, man.